Okay, we'll try to do another video on that episode that happened with that kid. I noticed last night a few people tried to leave a message on what happened here last week. Now, they said I reposted it, and they said, oh, I was trying to clarify it or whatever myself. Oh, look what I did. I rescued a child. I rescued a child. Well, it's funny because the first time I posted it, all I said was the Fredericton police should be ashamed of themselves. I never said, oh, Charles LeBlanc rescued a child. But that issue there, that episode, there's a lot of things that happen that needs some answer. And we're going to try to go into details. I should mark everything down. But what's in my mind that day, and I'm not going to show the video. You could go online. You'll see the video on my Facebook. And what happens is I use a lot of my memories 1 year ago, 2 years ago, and I repost that video to make sure people saw what happened. Now, I'm just all dark. Now it's better that way. And what you see in the back is a picture of that kid. Looks like he's from Mexico. Anyway, we're going to start all over again. It was an accident in the corner. Corner right around my place, the corner of Brunswick and Westmoreland. All right? Now we got that. Next thing you know, 2 ambulances showed up. It was, I noticed, turbans and immigrants. I'm not sure. So, I did what I do. Take pictures, do videos. Okay? I got that straightened out. Then somebody, a citizen, approached me and said he seen a kid, which now we know is that kid there, in pajamas, going inside King's Place. That's the block over. So I look at him and I said, really? So I said, hold it. I told this cop, and I'll show him. This cop there, that's him. So I don't know his name, don't know who he is. So I hollered and I said, listen, why don't you, I hollered the cop, why don't you come here for a second? So tell the cop your story. So he told him. The cop goes, nah, there was no kids involved in this accident. So, I mean, never even took the mic and said there's a kid could be loose in the territory. Never did nothing. Just turned his back and that was it. Should be fired. Anyway, so I look at the guy and said, that guy's a jerk. That guy's a jerk. I'm going to do a video about that jerk tonight. So anyway, being Charles, I start walking towards King's Place. Something was bugging me. Something just wasn't right. So, I did a video on what happened, and I'm going to go inside King's Place and find out if I could find this kid. Okay? Just, I got nothing else better to do anyway. My instincts are usually pretty good. I walk inside the mall, Sharper Drum Mart style, and I see a security at the end of the mall. I hollered, hey! Turn back, right at the end of the mall. Did you see a kid in pajamas? He says, I guess he was at the Dollarama. Then another woman I know, I saw him by the methadone clinic. That's where the pharmacy on King Street is, where all the drug addicts, the drug dealers hang around. And I said, oh my God. So this is just like 10, 15 years ago. There's a kid that was dropped over by the school bus driver at a wrong location. And the kid went around town crying for 2 hours until some students from UNB or STU stop him, say, are you okay? They rescue the kid, and And I even wrote a letter to the editor about that. I was upset. You had a kid walking around town and nobody is doing anything. Nobody wants to get involved. All right? Okay, we got that. So I see this kid in pajamas. Or he looks like he had a costume, a Barney costume. I grabbed the kid slowly in the arm and I said, "Hello, how are you doing?" So, I wasn't going to bring him in the methadone clinic, that's for damn sure. So, I said, "Why don't you follow me?" We walk inside the Victory Meat Market. I told the staff, it was busy, it was the day before Christmas. I said, "Why can somebody call the police, phone 911. Well, Charles, we're busy here." Everybody around. I didn't have my smartphone with me because the accident, I just went outside. So nobody wanted to get involved. Again, that's an issue. Nobody wanted to get involved. So I bought the kid, I think he was autistic. I bought him in the back. I told Pat, the manager, "Pat, phone 911. Okay. Now there's a woman in the shopping cart drove by and said, "You're doing wonderful work." And I said, "Yeah, but I'm no babysitter." Especially a kid that's autistic. Autistic and ADHD, they don't go hand in hand. That's why I sit in the classroom having an ADHD kid beside a kid autistic screaming. Okay, focus, Charles. So turn around. The kid tried to make him watch videos. We did a selfie. You see the picture in the back. And I tried to get his attention. And then I asked again, "Where are the police?" The police arrived. It was a female. The female with the mother in the back. And the mother was very thankful. She was crying. She hugged him. No problem. Now this is where Charles screwed up. She thanked me about 4 or 5 times. And Charles, being Charles, should have followed where this kid come from. Now, people ask the same question. Where did this kid come from? I presume it was in the accident, and the mother was in shock, and she presumed the kid was in one of the ambulances. That's what I think, but the kid just took off. So that's what I believe. But I went at King's Place, and then I seen the cop showing up, the female cop, with the toy that the kid grabbed. Now they said, "Here's the toy." And then I go, "What the hell? Metheads are stealing from here all the time. You should go after them and return what they stole." And somebody reminded me, "Charles, don't push it. We have to show the kid that you can't do this. Because you can't do this. You can't just grab a toy from the store. You have to bring it back." Okay, so. But there's a lot of issues that happen. It's not, "Oh, Charles LeBlanc, but a kid in pajamas walking around. There's something, people didn't stop and ask questions. And that's sad. That's very sad. It shows you what kind of generational world that we live in. Now me, okay, I could have grabbed the kid and said, "Oh yeah, look, he's a pedophile. He grabbed a kid." I didn't give a damn what they think. All I saw was a kid dressed up in pajamas and had to bring him inside, especially when it's right beside the methadone clinic or the drug lords. Focus, Charles. But anyway, I hope I straightened out people. There's a lot of issues. And